G'day guys, my name's Josh. You can call me JaWoodle, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die in the brand new Alpha 17, where I am still in my little world with my fort and everything else good that's going on, investigating the new things they've added to the new Alpha. Last time I did the zombie pathfinding and stuff like that, which actually gave me some really good ideas for how to build a base. Speaking of zombie pathfinding, look at them all. Look at them all. I'm so tempted. I can't help myself. Sometimes in life, you just gotta sit on top of your tower, click your ult because you didn't put ammo in it, reload, and then nail as many zombies as you can from afar. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. The silenced assault rifle is the best thing in the game by far. That was a fucking headshot. You know what? Actually, you know what? It's the second best thing in the game so far. The first best thing is fucking ragdoll. Being able to ragdoll Jeffries from a distance is so freaking satisfying. Just finishing up the last couple of zombies. It looks like they've changed the wandering horde mechanic as well. It used to be, made that girl do like a backflip. It used to be a wandering horde would just start at some point and head directly for your location. But that one was kind of heading like nearby. Wasn't just coming straight for me. I'm sure there's a chance it could, but like instead of just always pinpointing a location and sending a horde straight at you, now it like sends it nearby, which is far better. But now that that horde is dealt with, I can go out through my garage and go to my next little structure I've built. Look, see, I've made some support columns so my entire garage doesn't fall on its head again, which was very upsetting last time that happened. Now I've built myself just a little hut, and I'm gonna leave the door open because whatever doesn't particularly matter to me. Just outside my base out here, because I want to know what the difference between the wooden spikes and the metal spikes are. So there's two different kinds of spikes in 7 days now. There's, okay, well, let's just quick have a look. There's these ones, the iron spikes, which, you know, weigh a lot more, can support more, a lot more hit points, all that kind of stuff. But against the wooden spikes, which have, I mean, it's a big difference in hit points. Wooden spikes are weaker, can't support it, and don't weigh as much. So I want to know, like, damage-wise, like, is it even worth, like, having the wooden spikes, anything other than very early days in the game? So I've made just a simple little wooden shack here, so I can spawn some zombies just out the front, make them come to me, and see, like, see what kind of damage each kind of set of spikes does. Gonna start off small with just one set of wooden spikes, and one zombie Jeffrey out there, ready to go. Okay, buddy, here we go. Are you ready to come eat me? Come eat me! Yep, alright, he's already coming. Alright, let's see. What's gonna happen? Is one set of spikes enough to take down just one normal zombie? Oh, well, I mean, it's doing some damage, which is nice. And, okay, so, alright, oh, it didn't kill him. Okay, that's annoying. Maybe we'll have to try this again. Put him down for now. So, I thought it was going to be one zombie per wooden stake. Turns out it's not quite that simple, so I need to do some more tests. I'm like a 7 Days to Die scientist. Trying it again with two sets of spikes this time. See if that's enough to kill him. I mean, this is just a general, like seizure zombie, whatever they are. Okay, so he gets knocked down by breaking the first one. Is the second one enough? Surely you gotta die. There we go. Right, okay, so I think it's like one more hit on that and it's all gone. So it's 1 2/3 of a set of spikes breaks or kills a zombie. That's I mean that's pretty harsh. That's quite a lot of spike for one zombie kill. We should probably test it out with the metal ones as well though. I've changed the layout just a little bit. I've got one metal spike, then two after it, so like my setup time is a bit quicker. That's the only thing that matters. I think if this one kills a zombie before it actually breaks down. Are you dead? No, you're just knocked down. Okay, so 3 hits knocks a zombie down on whichever sets of spikes. But the important... Okay, so there's the first break. And there's a dead zombie. Okay, so that's about... Well, it's barely even half. So, with the wooden spikes, it's one it's one zombie per 1 2/3 wooden spikes. But this one's barely even like a third of the metal spikes kills a zombie. That's very useful information. So clearly these are better. But what are, like, what's the cost? Like, how much does it cost? So, it's 20 wood. 20 wood? Man, I would have thought they'd make them cheaper given how weak they are now. Because they were OP as fuck in Alpha 16. If you had a field, like I did, if you had a field of wooden spikes, you were pretty much safe. So, 20 of 4 forged iron. Oh, okay, that's quite expensive. So, if you were going to make, I mean, actually... I've had abundances of forged iron before. If you were gonna make a relatively small base and cover yourself with some metal spikes on the outside, that's actually not that bad. I mean, to put as many metal spikes as I put down on my fort over here would take a lot of forged iron, because there is a lot of metal over here. But for just something small, something just like kind of, you know, like an outpost or something, that's very doable. I've changed the layout of the fort once again, just for quicker setup times, but also because this would actually be like, if you had to build a base quickly, given it how the AI, the pathfinding now will always go for an opening, even if there's spikes in the way, then this would be a nifty little like quick base to build. Just 2 inches at either side so you can get out if one comes in the other way, and there's some stairs to get up to the top. So wooden spikes on one side for one test, metal spikes on the other side for one test, and this one is going to be, I've gone straight from testing out against one just regular zombie, straight into what could possibly, like if you're in a blood moon, right? You're trying to defend yourself against all of the Jeffreys ever coming at you. The worst thing, well, one of the worst things that could show up is a feral white. The dude with the glowing yellow eyes, who's just one big clawy-handed fuck. Oh yeah, I see you screaming. I see you moaning over there. He wants to eat me, but there are spikes he has to get through. So I'm curious to know if how well the spikes will hold up against a feral white. So, buddy, if you want to come over here and I almost shot him. That would have ruined the test. Come over here and just see how well you stand up against the spikes. I mean, those metal spikes are fun. Oh, there's the first break. Taking a good amount of damage, though. Yeah, these metal... Oh, there we go. And is he dead? No, he's just knocked out. So that's about half health, I think. I don't even know how much health these guys actually have. Well, it's doing a fair amount of damage. Oh, he's taking swings. That's right, though. First layer of spikes is still standing up. There we go. The first one's down. So, yeah, you definitely... The metal spikes are... That he's dead. He barely even scratched the second set of spikes. So, basically, one set of metal spikes is one feral white. That's pretty considerable given that how, like, those guys are beastly. You don't want to fight one of those guys, but if you can take them out with just one set of spikes, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Just for a comparison, in I'm sure will be a completely one-sided contest, having repaired the metal spikes here, I've got 4 wooden spikes down in this trench. Alright, come buddy. Here we go. Come fight me. Oh, look at him. Here he comes. Is he even going to go for the spikes? Yes, he is. Okay, good. That would have ruined the test if he didn't even try and hit the spikes. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? All right, first set of spikes down. He may make it all the way through. He may make it all the way in here and come try... Oh, he's been knocked down. But he's gonna... If that's half, he's gonna make it through the rest of the spikes. Uh-oh. This could be bad. I might have to put him down when he makes it through. Oh, no, it's gonna be bad. Oh, okay. Whew. Right, so it's pretty unequivocal. Metal spikes are like at least like double as good as the wooden spikes. Why would you ever build the wooden ones as soon as you can afford reinforced iron? Given what I learned in the last episode about the pathfinding, I'm just gonna build myself a quick little like a bigger base with some more serious defenses so I can send a bigger horde at this thing and see how it stands up. So I mean, if I was something like this, like the maze, like you gotta have crooked entrances and stuff like that to make sure they actually have to run in and like kill themselves with whatever spikes I managed to set up. 2 more out that way. I mean, this makes base building a whole lot harder rather than just building a freaking castle. And I mean, you still can. It's gonna be a whole lot harder to defend it because instead of just running at the spikes and causing themselves more problems than you're ever going to, now you have to actually stand there and make sure that every time they find a weakness and penetrate that weakness, you're there to defend it. It's given this game a whole new spin, and I quite love it. So I've gone ahead and built a quite convoluted, actually, Blood Moon Horde base. So you've got metal spikes all through this way over here, and wooden spikes all over here. So it's basically just a test. If there's a big horde coming, do they all focus, like, will they choose the wood spikes over the metal spikes, or will they just try and punch through the walls? If I go, actually, I might test it with the zombies beforehand to make sure they will actually go through the spikes, because otherwise I'll have to put spikes all around the outside. Basically to see how a base like this would kind of stand up. I mean, if the whole horde comes through wood spikes, if this amount of spikes would be enough to defend, or if the whole comes through the same kind of thing with the metal spikes, I'm more confident, clearly, about the metal spikes than I would be about the wooden spikes. But just because it is supposed to be a Blood Moon base, I have built myself a little escape route. So normally, I mean, if you're going to get in and out, you can. I mean, the zombies can jump gaps now, but I don't think they can jump like big gaps. So I've put the old 2, it looks a bit bigger from here because there's a wedge on the other side, a 2-block gap you can easily jump across just like that. Or what I used to do was get wooden frames and bridge the gap when it wasn't a horde night, and then just take them away when people are going to come. But then, in the event that you need to escape very quickly, I have my motorcycle here, so I can real quick just go straight across the top of the railings and take off into the sunset and go off to the next the next base. Oh, shit, and land straight into spikes. That was supposed to go better. Anyway, let's just skip across to the Blood Moon and see how my new little base stands up. Oh, here we go. The sun's going down and the red mist is descending. In fact, more than the red mist, the zombies are descending. Oh, okay, they're coming from that way. So let's see. I can't see a sausage right now. I have put some spikes around the outside just to make sure. Look at him. Let's come straight through. Alright, well, what is that guy? That guy looks completely different. Oh, it's a hoodie. Okay. I thought it was like an extra layer of skin, and I was suddenly very concerned about my safety. Right, so, as we expected, the metal spikes I haven't made a dent yet, whereas on the wooden spikes, they're already into, like, the maze. That kind of sucked. Get off the spike, jump on the spike. That's cheating. None of that noise. Look, I'm the umpire. I'm the referee of the Spike Olympics. And I will not allow people to jump on top and ruin my results. I've grabbed a mining helmet so we can actually see what's going on. Okay, so the wooden spikes have got around to the second corner. How are the metal spikes doing? They are doing nice and easy. That's just... This is a cakewalk for the metal spikes. Look, they're getting the fair share of the zombies as well. And they're standing up like outstanding spiky citizens. Anyone else? Is anyone else coming in? Nah, oh, I saw someone. What are you doing? What are you doing here by yourself? You're just causing problems? Alright, well, you found the better way in, that's for sure. See, at some point, it's going to become so empty over on... Oh, Jesus Christ, look how far they've gone. There's only 2 spikes left of protection on the wood side. How's the metal side doing? Oh, the middle side's doing easy. Easy! This is perfect! Uh-oh. They've broken through the wood side, and now they can come and eat me. Just gotta defend. Gotta stand to defend for just a little bit. Look at them all. I mean, at least it's actually considerably brighter now than, like, it's not as foggy as the Blood Horde moon used to be. It used to be really hard. Oh, God. I'll put a hole in. Okay. It's been fun. But it's time for me to go. It's... yeah, okay. Ow! Vulture, please! No, get out of here. Ow, Vulture. Ow. Wow, my motorbike's dead. It hit something on the ground. Excuse me, coming through. I really quickly need to get into my other base. Yeah, okay. We're up. We're here. We're good. Okay, let's close the drawbridge so they can't get in. Find your own way in through the fucking wheels of death from the last episode because I needed these things. Oh, my God. Okay, the vulture hurt me. Ow, the vulture's still hurting me. Fuck off, vulture, please. I don't want to deal with you right now. I'm busy, like, just chopping zombies to bits. Fuck off, you vulture, fuck. If this wasn't proof that the blade traps are the way to go, this is definitely it. They pushed through all of the spikes at the last base. Look at that. Now they've got plenty of time. That drawbridge, geez, that saved my life. That's such a good idea, past Josh. Thank you. Future Josh, thanks to you. Are more Jeffreys coming, or are they all... Oh, yep, here we go. Straight in. So this is the ultimate entryway. We've established that the spike entries, they work enough. I mean, they still went through all the motions of pushing through and breaking all the spikes. The wooden spikes let out way sooner than I thought they would. So... this is just the day 7 horde as well. This isn't even like a late game horde. This is the first blood moon you need to come up against. And the wooden spikes just don't hold up. You're really gonna, I'm glad I know this for next time. You're really gonna have to like actively defend the blood moon. Not that you probably shouldn't anyway, but I mean like you're gonna have to put in some work to survive this shit. I'm curious now how much an actual blade trap costs. Because I mean, the spikes are fine, but the blade trap is incredibly good. Forged 2 mechanical parts and 10 forged iron. I reckon that's the best value defense. I mean, the spikes are good and all, but like, look, these 3 blade traps are fucking everybody up. Like, oh, that guy actually made it through. How did you make, I mean, you've got no arms and shit. How did you make it through there? Okay, I might just bang in another blade trap, just like, just like, no, can't put it there. What about there? There we go. Just there. Got rid of some of the spikes, but that's okay for me. Just like, no, that went the wrong way. No, there to there. Oh, that thunder crack scared me. I was not expecting it. And in there like that. There we go. And one more just for good measure. Boom. Just like that. Now they all will turn on and run by themselves. If I just like jump back up here. I mean, yeah, look, I'm using cheats, but this is just a proof of concept. This is just making sure that everything works as I hoped it would. Aim the camera right about there so it gets the whole thing. And we'll keep them spinning the whole time. Not that it matters, because the blood moon is gone. It is 4 AM. It is the start of a new day and a new week. Come on, yeah, look, you can come hang out too. Come into my blade traps of death. You will be dead very, very quickly. You got no more life left to live, either zombie life or real life. It is all over Red Rover for everything undead in this world. As is always the case, as soon as the 7-day horde is gone, a roaming horde comes in. I mean, that's kind of annoying. I mean, I barely got time to sort myself out, and you're setting another hoard at me. Once again, though, it was cruising along the road over there. It didn't come straight at me, which is much, much better. What's gonna happen with these guys? There's no spikes over here anymore. These guys are still getting all sorts of fucked up on these blade traps. They're definitely the best. The blade traps are so, yeah, look at that. Look at that. This new path, when you know what the pathfinding is, you can exploit it. And when you know what the best offensive measures are, you can exploit that too and make yourself a nice little sanctuary of safety amongst this zombie apocalypse of death. So at the end of the day, the results are in. The metal spikes have come in first as the best spikes in the new 7 Days to Die. The wooden spikes are second. I should point out as well, I'm making this particular video because an old 7 Days to Die video where I was talking about the difference between spikes and spikes, I didn't actually do much for a comparison. I just kind of briefed it, and a lot of people hated me for that. So instead, I thought I'd actually dedicate some time to talking about which one is better and why, and doing some tests to prove it. So the best is the wooden spikes. The second best is, no, the best is the metal spikes. The second best is the wooden spikes, but the ultimate is the blade trap. If you have to defend your base, the blade trap is the way to go. This thing, I mean, listen, it's more expensive. It uses power. It's a late game kind of item, but holy shit, if you can like make your base and have one entry point with a bunch of blade traps, you're laughing. The possibility of them spawning somewhere you haven't built up your defenses and fucking you in the butt is kind of like diminished now. Sometimes they will have to have some defenses so they don't just come careening through a wall. But if you can put these things in the entryway to your base, then you are right as rain. But I'll have to make my base and have my playthrough of Alpha 17 in the next episode. Listen, I'm going to start it in the next episode because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to all the patrons on Patreon who made this episode possible. If you like to, make sure to like button down below and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter, but don't talk to you there first. I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.